Hello. This is the first of a series of films I'm going to make, which is just chats and ideas about singing and about teaching singing. I'm calling it Genevora's Running Commentary because I love running. And it's when I'm running that I do a lot of my thinking. I think about the students I've been teaching. I think about what I've been reading and what I've been writing. And I start to make connections. And that is when I tend to have any good ideas that I have, is when I'm running. One thing that really pervades all of my teaching is trying to get people to do less. Most people seem to work too hard. And it's a very easy thing to do, isn't it? It's easy to add in a bit more and to work a bit harder. I know this from my running, is that I tend to try and go faster and go further, and it's then that I get into trouble. So how can we do less when we're singing? How do we know how much we need to do? The point of doing less, of course, is that we are then being efficient. And if we are economic with the effort that we put in, means that we're not then using any extra tension or any extra energy, which is going to cause a problem somewhere. So doing less. A couple of simple things that we can think about. One is the muscles around the neck, the muscles that hold the head onto the top of the neck. We want the head to be balanced. We don't want these muscles to be working any harder than they need to be. If these muscles are working harder on the outside, then the muscles next to them, which are the muscles that hold the larynx in place, the muscles in and around the larynx, they might get tense too. Muscles tend to do that. They tend to co-opt each other, and they will, if they're next to a tense muscle, they will also get tense. So we need to make sure all of this is as relaxed as possible. How do I know how relaxed it is? Well, if I can do very small movements with my head, the chances are I'm not holding on or gripping. So what we do is we sing, and while we're singing, we do these silly little movements. We do a no, and a yes, and a maybe. And if you can do this while you're singing, you're not going to be gripping with those muscles. And the chances of your muscles of your larynx being a little bit looser and working more efficiently are greater. So that's one idea. Another idea is we can loosen the muscles around our lower torso where we're doing the breathing. And we can do that by doing circles with our hips. So we do hula hooping with the hips. And while you're doing these little circles with your hips and singing at the same time, you're probably going to be using those muscles in a balanced way, providing the right air flow and the right breath management for what you're doing. So there's a couple of ideas, keeping things moving. How do we know we're doing less? We wiggle it. I'll see you again soon.